Hi, this is Neil. Welcome to Article Reading for Juniors. Today's article is about a hospital at Johns Hopkins University that believes that healing is more than just doctors and medicine, that it requires an environment that is pleasant and beautiful to help people become better after they've had surgery or are recovering from an illness or are still sick and need to feel better somehow. We'll be talking about questions 3 and 7. Number 3. Sally McConnell would likely say that having a garden is a sign that a hospital what? So what does having a garden show about a hospital? Let's see what Sally McConnell says. The Little Prince Garden is one of 3 healing gardens at Johns Hopkins Hospital. The spaces are open to young and adult patients, their family members, and hospital staff. Hopkins official Sally McConnell said they have become an important part of therapy. You don't come to the hospital because you want to, McConnell said. You come to the hospital because you have to. But at the same time, the healing of our patients has a lot to do with their emotional status. So a garden is really a dimension that we could provide that isn't usually found in hospitals, that could say something to every visitor. We have a garden because we really care about you. So she would probably say that having a garden is a sign that a hospital cares about each and every one of the people who come there, both patients and visitors. So let's look for an answer that says something along those lines. It's not a sign that a hospital cures all of its patients. That would be great, but really the garden shows, as she says, because we care about you, because the hospital cares about its patients. So let's get rid of A. It says nothing about being run by one family, so we can get rid of that pretty quickly. What about C? Is patient friendly? That means it's friendly to its patients. That seems to say that the hospital cares for its patients. So I would say C is the best answer that we've seen so far. Let's check D though too. Cares more about mental health than physical health. That's probably not right. She does say that it has something to do with caring, so that's why this is a distractor answer. But it's not saying that the hospital cares more about mental health. It's just to show that mental health is important to its patients, but not that mental health is more important than physical health. Let's move on to number 7. On lines 57 through 67, Weiler suggests that if you want to design the most relaxing room, you should do what? So according to Weiler, what would the most relaxing room be? Let's see what it says here. In addition to plants chosen to appeal to the senses of sight, hearing, and smell, there are water features like fountains and pools. Even the placement of the garden itself has a purpose. There has to be enough sun, Weiler said. There has to be enough shade. There has to be accessibility. For every level, from the trees all the way to the ground covers, everything has a color and texture. There has to be a balance of it. You can't have all reds and oranges. You need to have some of them. Blues and whites tend to calm people and violets, so there is an aspect of that relationship with the color. What does Weiler say? Well, throughout this part, Weiler seems to be saying that you have to have balance, and focuses very closely on the color, how you need a variety of colors, not just all orange, all red, all blue, all white, all violet. You need a mix of colors to give people the feeling that you want them to have. So let's see. Weiler says you would fill it with flashy accessories and vivid colors. That's not right. Vivid means very bright, and flashy means very, able to be seen. Although he does say you need something to that effect, something that's beautiful, she says that you need something that's beautiful to look at, you actually need to have a balance of bright and soft and all of these things. So A is too bright, and that would be wrong. Would you paint it in a cool or neutral color? Well, that has something to do with colors, so possibly. And she does say that that calms people down, so maybe B. Because, again, you're trying to get people to be calm in this hospital, to give them a feeling of peace. So B could be right. It's maybe not my favorite answer yet, but it's the best of the first two. Make it very dark is definitely wrong. She says you need a balance, and again, you want to calm people down. So C's going to be wrong. And avoiding adding smells to the room is wrong too. You don't want to avoid adding smells. In fact, she says that they're there are many parts of a garden, but the smelling part is part of that, so you would probably get rid of that. I would definitely choose B. Of the choices around, it makes the most sense in context of what she's saying. So we'll choose B, we'll get it right, and that's all for today. But if you have more questions, there is a full tutorial after you finish taking your test, and the forum is always open where you can come and ask us a question and we'll give you an answer if I haven't explained it here or you can't find a good enough explanation in the tutorial. That's all for tonight, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great one.